Let's get more analysis now with Sami Nader, who's the director of the Levant Institute for Strategic Affairs. He joins us now from Beirut. Really good to have you with us, Sami. Firstly, we're seeing the first response from Iran to Israel's attacks. The Israeli military saying that about 100 Iranian drones have been launched from Iran towards Israel. Do you expect this to be the first of an Iranian retaliation? Are we expecting to see perhaps a stronger response from Tehran?
I think this is the beginning because definitely today we have crossed a very dangerous line. We are in an all-out war. It's a war. I mean, put it very simply, but it's a war between Israel and Iran, and that can drag the whole region, because Iran proxies in the region, although they have been diminished recently by Israeli military operation, whether it is Hezbollah or it is the Houthi, are still active on the ground. They did not disappear. So now we are in a different situation, a very dangerous situation. It's an open war between Iran and Israel, and I expect that Iran will retaliate, because the blow it has endured is a big blow to its sovereignty and to what it considers its dignity as a nation. They have always defended that their honor, their dignity, whether in the negotiation and or against past military or Israeli operation against them.
And indeed, the Israeli military has given the first indications of just how big this initial attack was. It said some 200 Israeli fighter jets were involved. It targeted about 100 sites across Iran. Iran has also confirmed that a number of its top officials were killed in these Israeli attacks, including the chief of the Revolutionary Guard. And we've seen pictures emerge from Tehran of the devastation caused by these Israeli attacks. A number of residential buildings in the heart of Tehran targeted. This really is different from the recent bouts of conflict we've seen between the two sides, namely because Tehran itself has seen devastation.
Definitely, and because the scope and the length of the Israeli operation is different from what we have seen. So this time Israel did not target only a nuclear site. It's targeting key people in the chain of command, some who are at the top of the military organization, the military hierarchy. Not only that, but as well nuclear experts. So and it is saying that this operation of today in the morning is just the beginning of a series of operations. So we are in front of something that is that will drag in time, and that is very large in scope. And this is to say once more that in front of that, Iran will retaliate. It will try to mobilize all its resources in order to face up to the Israeli defiance. Now the big question, what about Israel allies in the region, and namely the United States of America? Will they be dragged into this conflict? Up to now, it's very clear that the U.S. has distanced itself from what's happening. It has said very loud and clearly through its Secretary of State Rubio that Israel took unilateral decision, or this military operation has been done unilaterally by Israel. And for the first time, the United States is not showing support to Israel. because it has always been the case that every time Israel is conducting what it considers a preemptive action or a military action against Palestinian target or Arab target or Iranian proxies, U.S. has consistently supported Israel. This time, we didn't see this message of support, at least not by the American administration. Some people of the Congress, like Mr. Lindsey Graham, yes, they supported Israel. However, this is not an official U.S. position. And it looks like even more, the United States has said to their, they have signaled to their partners in the region that this is about to happen, and they have nothing to do with the Israeli decision.
Well, that's right. The Trump administration so far has been at pains to distance itself from these latest Israeli attacks. You mentioned Marco Rubio's comments stressing that this was a unilateral action on Israel's part. Since the attacks took place, Donald Trump has said that he had prior knowledge of this attack before it took place and said that the US military wouldn't get involved. But he also said that the US would become involved in Israel's defense should the need arise. Do you think we will see that? Will the US have to weigh in if Israel has to defend itself?
I think it will depend on two factors. First of all, on the scope of Iran retaliation and what remains from Iran capabilities. This is one. Secondly, the second factor is whether this operation will definitely stop the ongoing negotiations between U.S. and Iran. Maybe the only exit for Iran today is to strike a deal with Washington in a way that is satisfying to, or in a way that will set the ground for a sustainable settlement of this issue. I suspect that the President Trump will try to use this military strike in order to revive the negotiation and put more pressure on Iran to strike a deal. But I mean, at the end, ultimately, this decision is in the hand of the Iranian Supreme Guide.
Yes, and Donald Trump, in his latest remarks, has suggested just that. He says that he hopes this latest Israeli attack would bring Iran back to the negotiating table. Indeed, the two sides are due to meet in Oman on Sunday to discuss a potential new nuclear proposal. But until now, the US has accused Iran on stalling on such a deal. But this process is one that Israel has been vehemently against. We've heard from our previous analysts that this attack on Iran was possibly a way to sabotage that ongoing process between the US and Iran. Is that your view as well? Is this attack one in which Iran sees as a way to perhaps stop that process?
In a way, yes, but one has to, I mean, not to rule out the option that Israel is trying to provide U.S. with a leverage in the negotiation. Let's go back to, let's keep in mind the initial position of Israel regarding these negotiations. Israel was sticking to the position that it does not, I mean, they were pushing for the Libya scenario, meaning that Iran should dismantle all nuclear capability, all enrichment program. And the proposal of Washington, of Trump administration, is to enrich the uranium outside Iran and provide Iran with the enriched uranium it needs for civil purposes. This proposal that was refused by Iran may be put on the table again. And if this is not the case, if this is not accepted by Iran, I suspect that military pressure will continue in order to dismantle military Iran capabilities, but with all the risk of war that involves in the region.
Okay, Sami Nader, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you, as always, for joining us on the program.